Akash and I am proud student of St. Thomas Higher Primary School, Jewargi. Our school is known for its dedication to quality education and holistic development. It is an institution where students are encouraged to dream big, think creatively and embrace new challenges.
My name is VINOD. I am studying in class 7. I am going to talk about our school. At St. Thomas Higher Primary School, we believe in nurturing not just academic excellence but also character, values, life skills. We are excited to have this special Tête-à-tête session today. We believe in learning from that inspiring individuals like Mr. Vinod Kumar will broaden our horizons and help us to achieve our ambitions. Once again, we are delighted to welcome you, sir, and we are looking forward for your stories and valuable insights. Thank you.
Hi, hello, my name is Divya. I am studying in 7th class. Today we have the privilege of welcoming a very special guest, Mr. Vinod Kumar, who is currently working with renowned Motilal Oswal Groups and holds an MBA qualification. Mr. Vinod Kumar has an inspiring journey and a wealth experience in finance and holds an MBA qualification. He is here to share with us some valuable insights, stories and advices with us. Let's give him a warm welcome. Mr. Vinod Kumar, can we start the Tête-à-tête?
Thank you, we can start.
What inspired you to pursue a career in finance and what keeps you motivated in your work?
What inspired me to have a career in finance? Basically, it started all off with during my young age, where I had a lot of desire and passion to study about how the entire country works and how the economy works and where money plays a pivotal role. So that desire and that passion to study economics made me to dig a lot of deeper aspects about how the country runs and how the world runs, the world trade runs. So that inspiration and that desire enabled me to study this subject as a very core career-driven subject for me, and that's how I started this journey. And then I did my career in finance and investments. And what was the next question? You said
What keeps you motivated in your work?
what keeps me motivated in my work? It's the energy and it's the passion to achieve the goal that I have, and it is always the intuition, the gut feeling of desiring and achieving something, right? So that everybody should have, and that keeps me motivated every day. Thanks.
Can you tell us a challenge you faced in your career at Motilal Oswal Group and how you overcame it?
Well, there are multiple challenges that we face in the organization because no organizations are perfect, right? So every organization will have its own challenges and own obstacles, and every manager, every leaders in the organization has to frame solution metrics to overcome such challenges, right? So one of the biggest challenges which we faced as a group, as a company, was the COVID-19 scenario, where we had to shift all our work from physical office to remote. So which was really not for us to do like that, because we are in a system where the entire ecosystem is built in such a way that everybody will come to office. There are so many clients who comes to office on a daily basis. There are a lot of departments which sits in the different facets of the office, and it was very easy for us to create solutions on a day-to-day basis. But when we had to shift everything to remote in our homes and start working there, it was a really challenging task for us, definitely. But we did. We were able to connect each other. We were able to deal with clients each other, even though their portfolios were not doing so good. We were able to convince them, stay invested in the portfolio. And how did we overcome this challenge? With the daily interaction with the customers, daily interaction with our clients, and giving them inputs about how the performance of their portfolio is going on a daily basis. So this is a little challenge, one among the greatest challenges that we faced in 2020 and 21, and we were able to overcome them.
Was there ever an moment you thought, why I am doing this?
Well, yes, during my MBA days, I did think about it multiple times. Because there were so many things which were running in my mind during my studies in the MBA, because doing an MBA and studying that particular course and coming out of that course successfully is a little challenge, because it's not like any other course, definitely. It is something which involves a lot of commitment towards that. Yes, of course, I had passion to do that course, but also at the same time, I need to put some efforts and commitment to come out of that course very successfully. Multiple times I had a thought in my mind that why am I doing this? What is the purpose of doing it? There are chances where sometimes I may not enter the class on time, so I thought, why am I doing this? There were chances where I could not do one subject very well. At that point in time, I thought, why am I doing this? But at the end of the day, we were able to come out of it very successfully, and then it added a lot of value for me. Thank you.
What are some important skills we should focus on learning to prepare for the future?
Well, the future is very, very uncertain. The future is very bright, and the future revolves around a lot of developments that is happening in the world. It could be science and technology, it could be commercial, it could be business, it could be entrepreneurship, and also the frame of there's a paradigm shift that is happening in the government sector and the private sector also. So the future is very, very dependent on how you update your skills on a daily basis. So today, if you study, let's say for an instance, if you study one software called R programming or Python or Java or something like that, it used to be a very good program probably 5 years before, but it may not be good today. It may not be adapting today because we have something called artificial intelligence, right? So every skill sets has to be updated on a regular routine, right? So what are the skill sets that is required for today's children so that their future can be much better? Skills like understanding about business, understanding negotiation, understanding markets, understanding economics, understanding sales, understanding what is happening surrounding you, right? So when you're studying, it's not only about the book that you study. Of course, you need to score subjects, you need to score marks, and you have to study subjects. At the same time, you have to know what is revolving around you. It could be in your sports, it could be in marketing, it could be in your extracurricular activities. So every single steps that is required, every single skills that you study now, you should make sure that it will come to your help in your future career. So typically like negotiation skills, learning skills, soft skills, marketing skills, and some basic understanding of computer programming, some basic understanding of economics and businesses. These are some of the skills which schools may not teach you, but it is up to you. How do you develop these skills through your learning, apart from whatever you do between 8 to 4 o'clock in the school, right? So these are some things which will help you to become much better career-oriented person when you step into the job market.
As a finance professional, do your friends constantly ask you for investment tips or have they figured out how to avoid that?
Yes. To be very honest, I restrain myself to tell them that I am a part of this finance profession because I always believe and I always keep it to my understanding that in my friends or close circle families, I keep my professional talks little outside, right? So I always keep the relationship talks in front of them. But nevertheless, they still come and approach me. What is the kind of investment that you're doing? Can you give us some guidance? Can you give some stock tips? Can you give some mutual fund tips? Can you give some investment advisory tips? So if they ask me questions like that, I feel that I'm giving tips for some, the benefit of their portfolio or for the benefit of their profit-making mechanism. So where that becomes like a business, it will not become like a friendship. So generally, I avoid such kind of topics, but whenever it is necessary, whenever they ask me, whenever they force me to do that, I will do it definitely, no doubt about it. But I don't voluntarily jump into the topic. Like you rightly mentioned, how do I avoid the topic? I avoid it by just not even talking about it, but I will make sure that my relationship-oriented talks are much better in my friend circles rather than the profession-oriented talks. Right? I always believe in the concept that I can talk about all these principles and I can talk about all these financial subjects and finance topics with my strangers or my clients or my customers in the corporate world. That's part of my business. But when it comes to friends and families, it's a very close-knit relationship, so I don't want to involve them. Right? So I generally avoid.
Do you think learning about money and business is important for kids of our age?
Well, yes, it is. Because money and investments and anything about money management is really, really required for anybody between the age, starting from the age, let's say probably from the age of 10 onwards. Because until 10, you will not realize the importance of the value addition that money can do or an investment tool can do for a kid, right? So I have seen a lot of people at the age of 10, 12, 15 onwards. They themselves have invested in so many other ventures and made money also. When I was 10, if I had 10 rupees in my pocket, I was like a king. But I would have spent that 10 rupees on the same day just by eating something, right? So probably at your age today also, you need 10 rupees for eating. You don't save anything, right? So you need something to eat. But I have seen that so many people, even lesser than my age, right? At the age of 10, at the age of 15, at the age of 16, 17, they have saved money. And they've bought so many things from their own money, saved money, right? And if they can do, we all can do. Absolutely. So today, when I talk about money and investments and money management for anybody, for the age group like you all, it's very important and it's very detrimental for you guys to understand money management. So if you have 10 rupees with you, let's say you have 10 rupees with you as a pocket money today, you should always spend only 6 rupees. You should always have 4 rupees as the investment with you. 60% you can use it and the remaining 40% has to be utilized for saving, right? So every single rupee counts to become a bigger money. If you save 4 rupees today, you will be having that capacity to save 40 rupees in the next year. You will have that capacity to save 400 rupees next year. So that's the compounding starts, right? So you should have that money management principles, right? So I never had that concept. Today, I did not have anybody to teach me those principles at that point in time. Suppose I had 10 rupees, I would have spent money, I would have eaten something and I've forgotten, and tomorrow again 10 rupees I have. Right? It's like farmer going to the field every day and growing the seed. Right? Rather, you should have that mentality of saving and investments at a very young age. School will not teach you, college will not teach you. This is something which is understandable by the wisdom that you got it. So you should have that principles of saving at a very young age.